breaking of the ocean waves, in the rushing of a waterfall, in the rustle of wind through the trees, and in all the sounds of nature, there is a pulse, a cadence, an endless rhythm.
From as far back as I can remember, I could sense the rhythms of nature in my entire body. My spirit yearned to capture its myriad patterns and translate them into movement. I simply felt I had to dance. When I found dance, I found serenity. I found strength. I found a sense of purpose in my life. I began to relate to nature, to people, and the world in general in a different way, through movement, through dance. It opened the doors and windows to the world for me.
Brahma derived words from the Rig Veda, extracted music from Sam Veda, the code of expressions from the Yajur Veda, and the elements of sentiment from the Atharva Veda. Extracting the essence of each Veda, he then blended them together and named this art Natya. Lord Shiva, on seeing this performance, was reminded of his own dance and instructed the sage Bharat to combine this art of Nritta with postures and expressions, and thus Nritta or dance was born.
Angekam bhuvanam yasya vachikam sarvavangmayam angikam bhuvanam yasya vachikam sarvavangmayam.
Religion and spirituality is the core of all Indian art. Whether sculpture, architecture, painting, or music, and dance is no exception. In Orissa, like in other parts of India, dance has been an expression of devotion for the divine, and dancing girls an integral part of the daily rites and rituals of the temples. The Udaygiri and Kangari caves of Orissa, dated back to the ancient kingdom of King Kharvela, prove the ancient origins of the Odissi dance of today. This sculpture of a Nartaki co-dancer embodies and immortalizes the living spirit, that is, Odissi. rhythm of the Mardala and the sound of the ghungroos, generated from these caves since antiquity, has left a resounding and lasting impact on the people of Orissa. Today, Odissi dance has become an integral part of the social and cultural life of the region. A living example of the soulful and creative spirit that is inherent in Odissi dance, Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra is one of the greatest doyens of this beautiful tradition.
Just as the waves of the ocean carry melody and music, so does my body pulse with the rhythms of Odissi. My search for the bond that unites the mortal with the divine had just begun. There was an ocean of discovery waiting. My dancing footsteps on the sands of time took me to new discovery of Odissi and myself.
The Jagannath temple in Puri is the focal point for all the activities in the region. Considered a sacred place of pilgrimage for all devotees of Jagannath, the temple has been inseparable from the Odissi dance tradition. To Odissi dancers, the temple and Lord Jagannath symbolize a manifestation of divinity. The story of the legendary last great Sanskrit poet Jayadev is exemplary of the kind of devotion that Lord Jagannath invokes. In order to lure him out of this asceticism and to induce him to write the Geet Govindam, it is said that the Lord arranged for him to marry the beautiful Padmavati. The love between Jayadev and Padmavati is seen as an ideal, a physical union because of their marriage, and a spiritual union because of their collective devotion to Krishna. In fact, Jayadev and Padmavati actually inspired each other to express their devotion, Jayadev through verse and Padmavati through dance. A singer whose soulful rendition of Jayadev's Geet Govindam has touched millions all over the world is Sri Raghunath Panigrahi, the husband of renowned Odissi dancer, the late Sanjukta Panigrahi.
गीत गोविंद कहने से उड़ीसी समझा जाता है और उड़ीसी कहने से भी गीत गोविंद समझा जाता है। उड़ीसी के साथ और गीत गोविंद के साथ उड़ीसी का ताल्लुक बहुत पुरानी है। जयदेव को अगर परंपरा से लिया जाए, जयदेव और पद्मावती, पद्मावती खुद नाची और जयदेव खुद गाए हैं। और उड़ीसा में ये परंपरा हम लोग के साथ ही और एक बार हम दोनों मिलकर दोहरा दिया। बस संयुक्ता गा रही, नाच रही थी, रघुनाथ जी गाना गा रहे। मावद कई
The journey which I'd started, the journey of the discovery of Odissi dance, taught me much more than mere steps and movements. In dance, rhythm gave me pace, ambience gave me understanding, mudras gave me knowledge, and rasa gave me depth and spirit. I began to realize that Odissi as an art form is synonymous with devotion and dedication.
The 7 streets surrounding the Lord Jagannath temple in Puri were allocated to each of the various classes of temple servants. One of these streets allotted to the Maharis is known as the Mahari Palli or Anga Alsa Patna. The Maharis led a chaste and dedicated life and were forbidden the company of men. They were only to dance for ceremonies and festivals connected with the Lord Jagannath. As sign of their marriage to the Lord, they were always to adorn themselves with the mark of the tilak. They were to wear new clothes on the days on which they had to dance, and before their dance, they were to apply their makeup, or shringar. The services of the Maharis were regulated by the officers of the temple. It was their duty to escort the Maharis to the temple. The Rajguru was always present during the dance as a representative of the king and held a cane as a symbol of authority. Prior to her performance, the Mahari was required to pay obeisance to the deity and also to the Rajguru.
The Maharis may cease to be, but the dance of devotion and dedication to Lord Jagannath is immortal, transcending the limitations of time and space. I believe this oasis will never dry out. When the tradition of Mahari dance in the temple was dying, a parallel tradition of the Gotipua dance was taking its birth in the history of Odisha. It was as if the art form was trying to find a new way to survive.
In the 17th century, a new style of dancing emerged in Orissa, performed by boy dancers who dressed in female attire. This type of dancing came to be known as the Gotipua style.
Whatever way one looks at it, India is so vast a treasure house of ancient traditions, customs and tastes that no one can claim to know it entirely. In fact, the diverse and beautiful traditions of this country are still being discovered.
One such discovery was made when Charles Fabry, a noted Hungarian Indologist and art critic, made a chance visit to a cultural event and saw a dance that would later be hailed as one of the most beautiful classical dance forms of India. In 1948, this dance was named Odissi by poet Kali Charan Patnaik. The dance soon gained recognition all over the country and was promoted by pioneering dancers like Sanjukta Panigrahi. Sanjukta's beautiful dancing was accompanied by the voice of her husband, the renowned singer Raghunath Panigrahi, and together they played a key role in the resurrection of Odissi dance form.
Come on. गद सा